Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. I'm continuing the roster and team breakdown of Madden NFL 2003, the game I say that is the best Madden. So let's get right back into it with the Detroit Lions quarterbacks. So we'll be playing a game with the Lions after we look at the roster here and give an analysis of their playbook, how the team is in Madden NFL 2003. How's it going, Kareem Sanders? What's up, Bradley? How's it going, Monte? Well, we got a few people ready for Madden tonight, so let's look at the quarterbacks here. This is one of those teams where you do have a decision to make. Joey Harrington, a rookie quarterback. Mike McMahon, proven to be a little bit of a scrambler with his 64 speed. Harrington, 56, not so much. And then you got veteran Ty Detmer. So let's see how they stack up against each other. The awareness is highest on Detmer. Stamina 92, McMahon. So he would last the longest out there. You want to see the Randy Moss gloves, says Sanders. All right. So the acceleration is fastest on McMahon, making him a little bit more of a scrambling quarterback. So throw power, Harrington has the best, and accuracy at 84. Detmer's a lot lower than I thought in both of them. McMahon's throw power not too bad. His accuracy is not too good. So it's really just looking through this, the decision, if you want to have more mobility at quarterback, put in McMahon, because Harrington is a little bit more accurate. Monte's saying the Lions suck. How's it going, Benzino? So looking at the running backs, just you can see overall rating, they're not good and they're not fast either. So we got James Stewart as the best one, and let's go from there. So yeah, they're not. None of them are fast. Their agility's low. 65 catches, serviceable. 88 carry, at least he won't fumble too much. And 86 break tackle, he'll bust some tackles loose with that. The running back, the backups just look pretty useless though. So at least James Stewart is a somewhat of a power back, and he's got decent hands. So there you go. But not much there, to be honest. Fullback, you got Corey Schlesinger, pretty good. Olivo, I don't think you're gonna put him in. Let's see here. Let's catch 65. We'll get it done. Break tackle 76, so not as good as Stewart. Run block and pass block. You always look at that for fullback, and it's better than the backup for sure. And let's take a look at the receivers. So again, not the greatest core of receivers here either, but you do have one thing here, that 98 speed on Azakim. That's what you're going to use to your advantage offensively. You were gone for a while. Yeah, there hasn't been as many streams. It's basically been me and Slapshot Sean. So yeah, we're getting back to it whenever we can. So you got Jermaine Crowell, who is your big target guy, 6'3". He's not too fast at 84. You got Desmond Howard, I believe former Super Bowl MVP for the Packers with a kickoff return for a touchdown. And agility, Azakim's good, so those shifty moves will get around people. Desmond Howard too, good agility. Stamina is good for Azakim, and acceleration. Crowell has the best hands at 87. That's good for a receiver. And then Schrader 85 is at least good hands for a slot receiver. So even though they're low overall rating, you got something to work with for sure. Carrying the ball, Crowell will fumble the least. He's got that 90 jump, 6'3 speed. Bill Schrader also 6'3, but not jumping as high. Break tackle's best for Bill Schrader. And none of them are former quarterback because they don't have that throw power, throw accuracy up. Kick returner, good for Azakim and Desmond Howard. You got two options right there. Toughness rating is how quickly they'll come back from injury. And looks like Crowell will get injured quite a bit with 49. Fullbacks, some of my favorite fullbacks as a kid. I mean, the one that sticks out is the guy who was half fullback, half halfback, which was Mike Allstott. Carwell Gardner, says Bradley. You want me to play against the Vikings? We'll see how they stack up. Tight ends, really bad. I'm just going to go through them real quick. 64 speed, 69 hands. Let's see what their pass block is. Under 50, so yeah, just real bad at tight end. What's up, Filippo? Let's look at the offensive line. Backus, 76 overall, 90 strength. Awareness is only a 68. Good acceleration for a left tackle with 70. Pass block, run block in the mid-80s. So at least you got someone pretty good there on left tackle. Left guard, big time downgrade. These guys are super slow. Not that you need a ton of speed, but that is low when you're in the 30s and the 20s. Their pass block 76, 77, 72, 74. The awareness on these guys is pretty low. And yeah, that's what you got to work with, that left guard. Yeah, this is a fun one to look through the player ratings. I feel like this is when they were the most accurate before they juiced them up in Madden NFL 2004. So we got the centers, Eric Beverly, Dominic Raiola. Looks like it's a lot better. 90 strength. These look like some real offensive linemen here. Acceleration 63-75. Pass block, run block for Beverly in the 80s, so that's solid. And then Rayola's 82 run block. So at least you got someone decent at center. Jim Kleinsaucer, yeah, I remember him on the Vikings. Gerald Johnston on Dallas. Tom Rathman, a little bit before my time. Lorenzo Neal on the Chargers. Yeah, there's some good ones. Right guard looks like another serviceable guy. 86 strength. 50 acceleration. And in the 80s for a pass block and run block. So far, only the left guard's looking super weak. McDougal not too fast. Big 6'6" guy. 91 strength. Awareness pretty low. 65, 68 here. The acceleration is not good for McDougal, but it's offensive lineman. What do you expect? Let's see. Pass block and run block is good, though. 86, 87. So he's just slow, not the highest awareness. And you got someone decent, Matt Joyce, to back up at 80 and 79. So the offensive line for the Lions, honestly, it's not good by any means, but overall it's just slightly below average because of the left guard. Everyone else seems like they could hold their own. Where are the boys at? That's a good question. Jerry Ball, I don't think makes an appearance in Madden 2003. Yep, Robert Porcher. We're looking right at Or how did you say it? Porsche or Porsche? I forgot, honestly. So yeah, he's the star here, left end. Not much else to look at. 63 speed, 87 strength, 89 awareness, 70 agility, 83 stamina, 81 acceleration. His tackling's at an 87. So yeah, overall he's just a good left end, but not necessarily a speedster around the end. Yeah, definitely a lot of Azakim with that 98 speed. Okay, you got Kalima Edwards at the right end as a rookie with some speed at 73. DeVry 66. So Edwards is going to be the starter. That speed will come in handy. But his awareness is low, and he's not very strong. Tackling is only at a 67. I would say he doesn't have ratings in key areas to be a good right end. So his biggest strength really is just his speed at 73. Defensive tackles, the starter. Oh man, Sean Rogers, 331. He's a big boy. Luther Ellis. We will see. Maybe Marty Mort. I don't know. We'll see when we start the game up who the coach is for the. But you guys can look it up while I'm doing this. So we got Luther Ellis, Sean Rogers, 52-60 speed, both very strong, 93-89. Agility's pretty good for Rogers being a big boy. 72 acceleration, which is good for Rogers, 61 here. Tackling is really good, 92-87 for these guys. That's what you want in the middle, plugging it up. So overall, I do like with these two guys, one you got a star on the one end, a speed guy on the other end, and two pluggers. Pretty good defensive line for sure. Above average. All those guys they're riding pine right now. All right, so left outside linebacker. As you can see, the overall and the speed is both pretty bad. When you're below 70 as a linebacker, it's not good. So we'll just go through this quickly because it's not going to be pretty. As you can see, the tackling is below 75. Not too much good to say. Just looking for any highlights, but they're not really there. Going to be roughing it left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker is much better. Not going to put in Wayne Rogers, but you got Chris Claiborne, 76 overall, 76 speed. That's right where you want to be at. If you're in the 80s, that's a plus with the linebackers. Awareness, 77. Good stamina, 70 acceleration, 55 catch, which is pretty decent for interceptions. Tackling in the 80s. So at least I got a middle linebacker to work with. Right outside linebacker, we got two guys on the bench you're not going to use. At least with Barrett Green, he's a 77 speed. He's not the strongest linebacker with 66. Stamina, 85, pretty solid. 78 acceleration. So his biggest strength here is his speed. He doesn't have hands. His tackling is just okay at 75. Williams is actually a better tackler at 80s. At 80, and then yeah, so not the best linebacking core. The middle linebacker Chris Claiborne's the best, and Barrett Green has some decent speed. Looking at the corners, it looks like they're a toasty team Whew, this is rough. Uh, I mean, Terry Fair is a guy that is a good kickoff returner, but only 69 overall. He's got good speed at 95. Then we got Todd Light is your best corner. And he's only a 73. See if we could pull anything out of this, but the awareness is low besides for Light. You know, the agility and stamina is just what you would expect from the cornerbacks. The catch rating, pretty good for Fair, 65. Todd Light's from Notre Dame, says Deontay Jenkins. Carrying, don't need to worry about that too much. The jump's all in the middle. Todd Light's the best tackler. So, yeah, I mean, I guess Todd Light is not too bad. He's a veteran. And then Fair's at least fast. It's not going to be a good cornerbacking crew by any means, but at least you got something to work with. Let's look at the safeties. You got Brian Walker and Lamar Campbell. Under 80 for a safety, not good. 78. Awareness is low. Acceleration not bad at 81. 66 catch, it's pretty good hands, so at least he could get some picks if he can get to the ball. 62 tackling, not great for the last line of defense, and that's what you got to work with, that free safety. Monty Williams saying the secondary's trash. And then Corey Harris and Bracy Walker. Corey Harris, 79 speed. I mean, at least these guys are close to 80, but not good by any means. A little bit higher of awareness, 76. Acceleration, 80. 56 catch. That's not the best hands for a safety. Tackling, 74. So, yeah, you got a couple guys back there. So maybe they'll make a couple plays, but any offensive player talent will just go right around these guys. So would I make any changes to the depth chart? Because that's the big thing with these breakdowns and videos. And going through them, most of them are pretty good. Like, they actually start McMahon at quarterback because Joey Harrington's a rookie. So I think I'll just leave that change because I like the mobility. I'm not rocking a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. And yeah, Stewart's good. Akeem's your number one. Crowell, they actually have as the third guy. I don't know. I would probably put in Crowell as the... we could leave him. No, I would put in Crowell as the second receiver just because he's a bigger target. Well, it's not really a bigger target. He just could jump better than Bill Schrader. Tight ends are terrible. And see, they don't have the speed guy in. That's definitely want to put in Edwards here. I'll take that speed over the other guys doing any day. All-time sports logos? That's a good question. I like the old Charlotte Hornets and NBA. I guess I like the Jacksonville Jaguars logo when they came out as an expansion team. Light and fair. Man, these corners are rough. So Desmond Howard's back there, but he's only an 86 speed. But then Fair's your starting corner, so I'll probably just leave Howard. Yeah, I'll just leave Howard. Although if I want to score touchdowns, that extra speed is going to be huge. So I think for the punt returner, I'll put Fair back there. Yeah. And I just realized I didn't go over the kicker and punter. I just skipped over them. So let's just look at that real quick. Kick power 90, kick accuracy 86. So that's good. And then I'm looking at the punter. And let's see what he's working with. 86-88, John Jett. Yeah, Charlotte Hornets is a classic. Trying to think. Yeah, I like the San Jose Sharks logo. So we made a few changes to the depth chart. You do got, and we are on All Pro. You do got a lot to work with, though, for kick returners on the Lions. So that's a plus. All right, so let me know what team you want me to go against. Lions are only 68 overall, so we definitely want to be playing against a team on the lower echelon of the game. Lions versus Packers in the snow. Packers are much better than the Lions. Oh, we got to do the team breakdowns at the home field. So we got to play whatever the Lions stadium's called at this point. The Bears. Bears are probably better. It's been a while since I broke down the Bears. Yeah. 80, 91. I'll go through the teams so you can see the different ratings. I mean, the Lions might be the worst team. No, the Falcons are rated low. What's up, Felipe? Panthers, close to them. Even the Ravens, surprisingly. Texans. Vikings not much better, but you know what's going to happen with Randy Moss in the secondary I just showed you. Told him suck, you're pissed. It's going to be a tough one against them. So what do you guys want as far as the team I play against? I know Kareem's voting for the Vikings. Ravens seem like a solid matchup. Panthers. Jaguars. Even the Falcons. Monty Williams says the Panthers. But the jersey colors might be a little bit conflicting. Or at least the helmets are. Kareem wants the Vikings so bad. I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea to put Randy Moss and Culpepper against that secondary of the Lions. Like, I'm just asking for a loss. See if I got a Panthers helmet. Kareem Sanders wants the Vikings. All right. It seems like he wants it more. Said it multiple times. We'll go up against the Vikings and see what happens, but not after this one. We're not doing the Vikings for a while. What's up, Rogue Gamer? All right, let's see who the coach is. Marty Mordenweg. I was gonna say that, and then I held back because it's been so long since I thought about who the Lions coach could be at the time. I did say Marty, but I'm like, let me just wait until I see it so I don't sound dumb. But no, it was Marty Mordenweg. 4-3 defense. Let's get into it. Just adjusting the main screen here. All right, guys. We'll see if the Lions can take on the Vikings, a classic NFC Central matchup. I guess they call it the North these days, but it used to be the Central with Tampa Bay in there. And Deontay's ticked that we're in the dome, but it is what it is. James saying no more Tecmo. No, there's definitely more Tecmo. And I'm going to finish that season with the Steelers, but I figured the channel could use a change of pace. It still has been very football heavy, but these graphics are a little easier on the eyes, PS2 era Madden. No, I'm not a dome guy at all. Got to play the elements. I think I like the stadiums that have the option to open and close it. I think that's a smart decision.
Lights are on, both teams are ready, so let's go to the field for the opening kickoff. Hansen will be kicking off.
All right, here we go. Detroit. It's too bad Furniture Consortium hasn't found his way here yet. His hometown, well, not hometown, but home state, Detroit Lions. Yeah, bad weather was something you just dealt with more easily. It's like, oh, it's cold, just deal with it. What's up, Adam? All right, got Chris Claiborne. My analog was not on for some reason. Oh, we're gonna have to deal with Michael Bennett too. He's fast. Presentation is on point for sure. Not only are the graphics solid and smooth, but the presentation is also enjoyable, and good commentary from Madden and Al Michaels. Oh. It was a pretty good play. I was going with the deeper guy up the middle, and he just checked down. I'm not big at controlling the defensive lineman. It's definitely not a strength.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 40.
Here we go. Gonna try to run it over here. They are. Ooh, Bennett finds a little crevice.
At the 48, pickup of about 8.
You know, sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times, especially in sports games, since there's not a whole lot changing year to year, they'll switch up the presentation and make it worse. This has happened a ton over the years.
On the carry. Harris records the stop at the 46-yard line. Not a decisive
When he showed up to the Bulls game, you mean the Bills game? Yeah, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. I think the best angle to take after being down so many rabbit holes is just give less energy and attention to these things as they're almost becoming too obvious where they want you to talk about it.
He finds his man, and it looks like they'll mark it at the 38. He makes a terrific catch for the first down.
Eminem would have been at this game. How would he play, or does he get a track in the game? What do you mean by that? You hate rabbit holes. Yeah, I know you've been down a lot of them too.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 38-yard line.
I'm just going with a zone here.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
Ooh. Chance at interception, but the linebacker didn't even make an attempt at it.
He was definitely going to take a sack.
I'm going to bring a little blitz from the linebacker.
2nd down and 10 to go.
Who do I have winning the Super Bowl? I have put no thought into it. I don't really watch with the same eye that I used to. I see it more as entertainment. So I did watch one playoff game. It was the Bengals and Ravens.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
But outside of that, I've
Man in motion.
checked out a current sports because of their
It's a blitz. It's
pushing of medical agendas.
number 58. Swatted that pass down.
The receiver just didn't have good position on him.
Oh, would Eminem be at attendance? Maybe if he had a new album coming out. I know he's got a weird interview at a college football game where he's like wigging out, looking like a robot.
Will come in looking
Something to
for
look
field
up,
goal.
but I don't know. Did they ever show Eminem at an NFL game?
Off the long field goal try.
Kick hits the bottom post. Can everyone hear the announcers okay? I just realized I didn't really look at the
He sends this one to
game
the end
audio.
zone.
Akeem.
Turner takes the ball and heads upfield.
Ooh, try to pop back in, maybe throw that guy off.
At the 39.
Oh, watching a game on mute? I never really did that. I enjoyed hearing what the commentators had to say. Explain the game to you.
Stewart to carry it.
See, Stewart, just like I thought, he'd break a tackle or two.
At the 45. And that was a gain of 7. They need about 3. Ball on their own 45. Nickelback in
He
the
was showed at an NFL game. He looked drugged up in a trance years ago.
McMahon.
Oh, they're going to call me for holding.
Davis records the tackle at the 49.
On a wide receiver, too.
There's a penalty on the play.
I have watched 8 Mile. I remember my friend who's made an appearance on this channel before, Casual Gamer Joe. His mom took us when I came out to see 8 Mile. I liked it at the time.
2nd and 10.
This is the highest rated Madden?
3 linebackers
You mean like
lined up to
on the internet?
dropping back. Looking down.
Who I wanted to throw to was not open.
Rolls out to his right. Pass
Schrader with the hands. See, that mobility of Mike McMahon really paid off because the guy I wanted to throw to was covered in the zone. Was able to buy some time. Telling you, this is the best one. So if they're rating this the highest out of all the Maddens, I agree. At the time, it was the best football game.
Ball at about midfield.
Then 2K caught back up with, you could say, 2K4, although that one was just called ESPN Football, so it was kind of marketed weird. And a lot of people didn't experience it. But then Madden 2004 had Vic on the cover, so regardless if the game took a hit as far as gameplay, it was still wildly popular. Oh man. Schrader's coming through in the slot for me. No gamer, are we talking about the same thing like at the college football game? You're saying NFL game, maybe he was in both. I don't know. Everyone was rocking Echo back when 8 Mile was out. Does Echo make an appearance in 8 Mile? Definitely didn't watch that movie that closely to know the answer to that question. And I'm looking at these tight end routes, but the tight ends are horrible, so there's like no reason to really call it. Yeah, it was college game. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have played 2K3. It's the start of the ESPN. They were still, I remember, yeah, 2K3 had Urlacher on the cover. And they were still, if I'm remembering that correctly, or maybe it was 2K2. I don't know, but it was still powered by ESPN 2K3, so it had all that presentation. There's Alex. We're here with the Detroit Lions for you. Oh, man. McMahon taking off. Doesn't even take a lick. You got to bring it back. You got to bring back Echo. You'd be a good spokesperson. All it really takes is just, repetition and marketing.
Thanks, Melissa. That's very good news. Searching for a seam. And he stopped at the 14.
He got a booster days before his collapse. How do we know that for sure, though? Even if it was said on Twitter or something, still don't know. Big Jimmy John's blowout last night. That's the way you like to wind down a retro sports gamer stream in a big gargantuan. Echo is a team, but it's more, crap. It's more known as a clothing shoe brand.
First and long.
I learned yesterday that
He's going to throw. He surveys
throw it up.
Throwing left.
Should have just ran with McMahon. A line from a Rush song, "All the world's indeed a stage and we are merely players," is actually from Shakespeare. So I don't think a lot has changed. You know that happens a couple times a game for me. Delay of games. Oh no. It's getting really sloppy now. I was gonna throw deep, and Yeah, that's another good one. Grand Illusion sticks. Akeem burns him. Touchdown, Lions.
He threw a great pass, and they get into the end
Deontay
zone.
called it. You're going to see a lot of Akeem in this one. Yeah, 1984. I'm not a big fan of the surveillance society that's been built up. What do you guys think of the Ring doorbells? A lot of people have them. I still have one of those battery ones that falls off that barely works.
The kick is up,
Most people just knock on the door.
and so they're able to move the ball a distance and punch it into the end zone.
Hey, as an offensive coach in this league, you always make an adjustment. Hopefully, you get the defense on its heels and get it in there for the touchdown.
You've got a working doorbell.
Hansen is just about ready to kick this one away. He gets the kick away. He'll start upfield.
Tate just runs it straight up the middle.
Play of this drive, they were able to pick up a field goal on their last drive.
Well, let's see if we could hold them to
10 here.
another field goal.
Four-man
Bro Gamers says
the motion
Ring doorbell is probably a bad thing.
to pass. Throws it. And he stopped at the 29. Quick decision by the quarterback on that play.
This guy's just like a gunslinger. He's never in a position where he thinks his throw is impossible.
It's second down and 4 to go. So 2 minutes left.
Yeah, any camera you give the system, you can now see who's coming in and out of people's houses.
Second and 4. Ball on their own 29.
Bennett just got a big 3rd and 1 coming up. Oh, great. This team already has horrible corners and the best one's injured.
The tempo of the game. It could be time for all those big guys up front to do their thing. If the defense could hold them, they should have some time to get a drive of their own.
Come on, just
Looking downfield, passes it.
Randy Moss.
And it looks like this one will be spotted at the 40. First and 10.
You got 3 cookies with your sandwich?
The Vikings
Oh, man, you're just eating like a camel.
and he hits his target. Fair. Makes
I used to do a lot of eating like that myself up until like very recently, probably like the last year. I finally have slowed down how much I eat at once. That's also because I'm not getting a ton of like physical movement, so my body doesn't really need it.
He knows that he can make the completion regardless of the coverage.
They'll go with a pass.
And they're just
And he's
getting down the field with ease. They're like, oh, Todd Light's injured? They got no corners. I have not heard from Jumbo Jimbo.
He's looking to pass. Pump faking.
Now, Pele Pele I would never wear.
Quarterback down.
I would wear Echo. If I had Echo shoes or a shirt, I would wear that, but Pele Pele, it just, I don't know. Who is that brand marketed for, really? I feel like Echo is an all-encompassing brand.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
To just eat stuff like that, fat, lard, broken glass, and rust. Oh, Claiborne gets trucked by Bennett. That's tough to watch.
Third and long. The
3rd and
defense
long.
trying to bring this drive to a halt.
Go with the strong zone.
3rd and goal. Dropping back.
They're going max protect.
Passing to his right.
Picked off. I'm just going to take the touchback. That was huge. 49 seconds to go.
You need to do a better job of reading the defense in that.
Trying to move the ball downfield and
Number 25 is having a great game. You better pick a play fast because
it's 1st first and 10.
We're running out of time on the play clock.
Nickelback in this time. They'll go with a pass.
Let's throw it again.
Goes over to his right.
Ooh, right in his hands. The coverage was there that time.
So he can't bring him in.
All receivers different, so you only see the best ones drop a few. The key word is few.
He'll be running out of the shotgun.
Moving down the field, still a chance for them to increase their lead.
Try this.
It's second down and 10 to go.
I'm going to bring Akeem in on a in to try to free up Foster.
Drops back. He's looking.
Was it on the run? Oh, he got his hand in the last second.
Chavis knocked that one down.
He tried to guide it in there, but it didn't work. They might just clear someplace for their back and swing it out to him and see if he can make something happen.
Third and long. Dropping back, surveying the field.
Well, those big jumps up, that's what I was looking for. I'll call the timeout. Got a ways to go down the field. That's why I put him in at second receiver. He's got a 90 jump rating. He's 6'3", pretty good hands. Pays off on that play.
They may have to burn a timeout.
Oh man, like why is this play clock so... I only got one timeout. I'm just gonna have to take the penalty. I call the timeout and it gives me less time.
First and 15 now.
Wu-Tang shirt, I don't think it's my style. No, probably not.
He's looking to pass. Looking for a receiver. McMahon with the throw.
That did not work out.
That's a great play by breaking the pass.
He was in a great position to make that play.
So they're almost within their kicker's range.
Winter gloves, red and white. Echo, yeah, I'll do it.
Dropping back.
Just for you.
Looking for an option. Deep pass.
Just glad I got that one away.
If you don't
With
take your
no-
time and you start to rush your throw, that's what you're going to see happen.
No issue.
So they're almost within their kicker's range.
DDP Jay-Z shirt? That's quite the mashup.
He's going to throw. Surveying the field.
Saw him open.
And they're able
Has
to
he got the speed? Yes, he does. That was on the fly, seeing a wide open receiver. You feel good when you do that. When you make that split-second decision. You see the blitz coming. Oh, they didn't show a replay. But that's not where I was originally trying to go. I just saw him wide open once that blitz came in. That's the difference between a touchdown and a sack.
The point anchor is good.
Too many delay of game penalties. Be back on unemployment if I keep up with those delay of games.
He sends it
Few YouTube streams a month, so definitely not paying the bills.
We'll try to bring this one back. It's up for grabs.
Wow, recovery? This is really going well for me now.
There's still plenty of time left. They might take a shot.
I'm gonna take a shot.
If they don't really
Oh
have a
no.
chance of getting
It's
some
coming back.
before the half. So he has to be smart with his throw.
Matt Millen. Yeah, he gave it a shot. All right, I think I'm worn out from the E word tonight. No, I've never wore the gloves.
It was unclear initially why they called for a review, but now we understand the reason.
You have to give it to these officials. Their job's not easy. Sometimes they make mistakes, and most of the times they're right.
It's first and 10. Using motion. They'll go with a pass.
And no,
Throws left.
they're going deep.
Get it to him.
I wonder if that one slipped out of his hand. It was clearly off target. I don't think they can do much more than just throw one long. So I'm sure the defensive coach is telling his guys, don't get beat deep.
Definitely want to put 2 safeties back there, even though they're slow.
Ball on their own 37.
Could use the extra coverage on
Line up with
Moss.
wide receivers. Man in motion. Looking downfield. Looking for an option. Throws over to
And it helped on that one.
he drops the pass. It's third down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 37.
One more stop to go. I'm going to get back there with Claiborne. Give a little extra insurance. Culpepper can't throw to the end zone from here.
Looking for a receiver with the pass. And this pass.
And we make the tackle.
Is starting to make his presence felt out there.
The E-chamber.
That's the end of the
14-3. It's going well.
Detroit.
Lions at home.
Minnesota 3.
And I get the ball at halftime.
Halftime now over. Let's take a look at how both teams performed in the first half. Ryan in to kick this one off. He kicks it off.
And we're going with Howard here, so not as much speed. He's got the experience, though. Ooh, if that's a Akeem, that is a touchdown.
The blockers create some running lanes on
Big
that
possession here.
coverage unit seemed to be caught out of position.
Rank the... Are you asking me to rank the Ninja Turtles?
Let's check in with Melissa.
Thanks, Al. The Vikings coach is worried about how well his defense can hold up. They have a lead now.
Oh, believe me, I know you're a huge fan of the brand.
Look for them to blitz on passing downs, Al.
Thanks for that report, Melissa. With an extra DB, the defense is in the nickel. Quick drop, looking downfield.
That was not a good throw. Almost got it in there.
And he's unable to hang on to that one.
That's the old rule for
Was that the kicker?
catcher.
No, he's not trolling. He's very consistent with his love for Echo.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. Four-man front this time. Looking downfield. Looking for a receiver.
You could outrun these guys. Maybe not.
McMahon.
The mobility, though, allows these guys to run open.
21-yard line. He does a nice job bringing in the pass.
That one was thrown so hard, I think it took the air right
Definitely don't need to give up on the run.
They're in the red zone.
Yeah, so if you're asking me to rank the Ninja Turtles,
Looking to run it here. Loses the defender.
um,
The tackle. And he's stopped.
I mean, I feel like it changes over the years. It's hard to say, you know, they all have their strengths. I hate to put Donatello at 4, but because he's just got the brains for so many of the devices that they use.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 10-yard line.
You could almost say Raphael's the most destructive to the whole unit
The quarterback gets
because
set
he's
to
got the
run.
temper,
Looking for
but
blocking.
he's also like the most powerful of all of
At
them.
the 8-yard line. That time the offense ran.
This is a spot where you want to show the defense that they have to respect.
And Leonardo's the leader, keeps him in check. And Michelangelo is the comic relief party dude.
They're down inside the 10.
He serves his purpose as well. It's just a good blend.
The Lions line up in the shotgun, surveying the field. With the pass, Keene was the intended receiver. So the pass falls incomplete in the end zone.
Filippo says Raphael's the best of the 4. I definitely had my times where I liked Raphael the best out of all of them.
Third and 8. 8 yards to the goal line. With an extra DB, the defense is in the nickel. Looking downfield.
Saw that open up. Mike McMahon rushing touchdown. Lions on a roll.
Keep it on the ground for the score.
Oil and vinegar guy for what?
Put you out of the game.
Not too much. I like olive oil, Parmesan with bread.
And it's up.
McMahon is having himself a game. No reason to bring in Joey Harrington.
Touchdowns against this defense are
They're a shell corporation.
I think the whole team's happy after that one. They're probably telling their defense to give them the ball back so they can go scoring in.
Hanson in to kick this one off.
So I guess I would rank the Turtles in value. Because I really didn't give an answer. I would say,
Been a rough start to this game, but they still have enough time to turn it around.
man, it's so tough. I would say Raphael is the most destructive to the unit, even though he's obviously valuable as a fighter. So he would be 4. Then Michelangelo 3, Donatello 2 because of all his brains. Then he could fight too. And then Leonardo, the leader, you know, without him keeping them in check.
Great job of making something out of nothing on that play.
The quarterback felt some pressure coming from the outside.
They're nothing.
He decided to pull it down and run with it.
No, I don't want to play that defense.
It's second down, 2 to go. Ball on their own 31. He's looking to pass.
Ruthless aggression, McMahon.
This pass is
Uh-oh.
good. Breaks free of the defender.
Don't count them out yet. They got a lot of weapons on offense.
So that tackle now gives him 4.
You know, I haven't ate at Subway in a long time. I hope they're still not using the substance that was in like yoga mats. I don't think they are, but you know.
Melissa, do you have an update for us?
I've received word from the
At one time, you're still able to get like a cheap big sub at Subway, so it was worth going in. But I think the days of them being cheap are over. So there's
Thanks for the update. Sounds like
obviously better places to get subs. Jimmy John's being one of them. Jersey Mike's.
starting to make his presence felt out there.
Around here, we got Mr. Sub. That's always been better than Subway. So there's good options.
First and 10. They'll go from the I formation. Looking to
So
pass.
Culpepper is out.
This is the punt. Looking for
They're going with Todd Bauman.
throws this one away. He appeared to feel the pressure there.
Even though he's out, they still got Moss in, and my secondary
Incomplete.
is no good.
It's second down and 10 to go.
So you're saying Jersey Mike subs just don't have a lot to them?
Looking to throw. Looking for a receiver. Passing to his left. Number 8 looked a little uncomfortable in the pocket there.
It was an easy pass. How the heck did he miss it?
What's up, C-Knowledge? I'm trying to gather what you're trying to ask with that question. I'll just answer who the best players on the Lions. Azakim is a 98 speed. He's one of the best. Then Robert Porcher on the defensive line.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
Those are really the best 2 players on the team.
Looking to throw. Throws it.
Another pick.
Defender's got it.
Fair's fast, though. You're going to see maybe a pick 6. Oh, no. Bennett's like a 98 speed, so if it wasn't for that, he would have been gone. I see what you're saying. I never ate enough Jersey Mikes or explored their meat subs to know the
It's
difference
first and 10.
between that and Jimmy
On
John's.
their own 41.
Barry Sanders retired, I want to say, in like 2000.
Looking
I don't think he
downfield.
played the
Looking for an
2001
option.
season.
Throws it out over to the left. The defender broke that play up.
Correct.
Couldn't hang on.
With some players, they say the worst
1998? Yeah, no, that sounds more accurate because I think he's in one of the NFL 2K games, and that would have been 1999, and he didn't play that season. So,
Second and 10.
and Alex is a sports trivia guru, and he's from Michigan, so go with what he said, not with what I was saying.
Looking for a receiver. Man with the throw, and it looks like this one will be spotted at the 49-yard line. It's third down.
You need Madden 98. Yeah, he would be in that one because that's 1997. Everything was going so smooth up until that missed first down. I'm going for it.
those big old offensive linemen backwards.
They need about 3. Drops back.
Oh, the slant was,
Lets it fly. The
it was there, but then the
try for the first and don't make it.
With a lead like this,
defender kind of cut off the route. So
hoping to keep the ball.
Lions just doing a Lions thing right there. Legends on current teams. Yeah, I never really messed around with that, so I couldn't tell you off the top of my head if there's one that you could do that in.
He let him a bit too far.
It almost looked like he might have been trying to throw it to someone else.
These corners are so rough. Well, the linebackers aren't better either. I don't know. I'll just go dime, I guess.
Ball at about midfield. Dropping back. Surveying the field.
Going deep.
With the pass.
Lions defense is there.
Intended receiver. He got his hand in there to knock it down.
An interception would have been nice. Great
Two
play
Hall
by
of Fame players. The passion beaten out of them.
Third and 10.
Well, losing will do that to you.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Even if you're excelling as an individual.
Rolls right. Throws it.
Oh, he was open. Missed the throw.
He overthrows his intended receiver.
And you want to lead the receiver so that he can catch and run. And you don't want to lead
This
that
Lions defense is really coming through in a big way that I was not expecting.
Richardson is just about ready to punt this one away. Fair.
But it's really because
Waiting for the punt.
outside of Moss, at this point they lost all their other good receivers and kind of had to rebuild. At some point they got Nate Burleson. Trying to think who else is good with Randy Moss. Obviously they don't have Jake Reed or Chris Carter. Yeah, I remember the Lions had Dre Bly.
He's looking to pass.
He was open, he just didn't turn around.
Deep in their own territory.
Yeah, Dre Bly, he could
Looking
pick some balls off.
Rolls left. Passing right.
McMahon just was not accurate.
Great play and broke that pass up.
great position and great reaction made that play happen.
Minnesota has a tough road ahead as we begin the fourth and final quarter of the game.
Offense
Their own
not
territory.
as sharp here in the last two possessions.
Goes from the shotgun. He's going to throw. He's looking.
Oh boy. I don't even have anyone in the screen anymore.
Over to his right. It's broken up. He put pressure on the
That was
quarterback.
bad. This time I'm actually going to punt.
That was a situation where the defensive line made the job easy for the defensive back.
So if anything, I'm still making this game interesting.
The returner feels it clean.
It's a couple bombs to Moss, and this is a game again.
Nothing happened for the offense on their last drive as they went 3 and out.
Yeah, that was back when you were actually allowed to
First and 10.
hit the offensive player any way you could to knock him down,
Good drop. Passing to his right.
make him feel the punishment. Out of all the games I lost doing these breakdowns, because there was a few where I was surprised. It's interesting to watch the Vikings struggle so much against the Lions defense. I mean, it's not like I'm picking defensive formations that I don't usually pick. It's the same stuff. It's just Culpepper is not finding the holes.
Using motion.
He threw 2 picks.
Hits his man with the pass.
There you go. He finally got one into Moss.
Again, and is now thrown for more than 150 yards. So they have first.
Well, they had to build up.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Tattoos weren't important
Quick drop.
until they needed to add more to their game. And there you go, Alexander with a touchdown.
Incredible pass by the quarterback.
The quarterback had an open lane to
And
throw
they're
the
going
pass,
for 2.
and he got it in there for a touchdown.
Using motion. Receives the toss.
Claiborne making the user tackle.
The 2 points.
You can do the math on these attempts, and you can see that if you go for it in certain situations,
Mark Carrier.
by one, then everyone says it was a wrong decision.
Mark Carrier was a hit man. Looks like they're still kicking the ball off regularly.
Will be kicking off. He gets
And
the
it looks
kick
like
away.
Howard's getting this one. I couldn't move him out of the way, but
Howard is looking for a nice return. The defense shut down the offense the last time they had the ball.
still been trying to run Stewart a little bit.
So they have first and 10 here.
Yeah, it took to the 4th quarter for the Vikings
Stewart receives the handoff.
to get a touchdown.
It looks like this one will be spotted at the 20-yard line. Couldn't find much of a hole, and he's brought down after a gain of what looks like a couple.
Yeah, you talk about push. This line got no push at all, and there was nowhere to go.
And they need about 9.
Any thoughts?
Lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. Drops back. Throwing left.
I mean, you've made that observation that they added the tattoos. Honestly, for me, that was something that I didn't really care too much about. Like Madden 2001 on the PS2 was like bare bones details on the graphics, but the graphics were really good. It just, there wasn't much else going on. And then as the years went on, they added more detail to the players. Oh man, I'm running out of time. Not finding the right play. So Lions playbook's all right, although not really finding
9 yards to go.
the kind of creative plays that I like to use. It's kind of the bare bones routes.
Surveys the field. Passes it.
Ain't it? wasn't there.
Knocking that ball down.
You know, he did what you taught to do.
And I
That's
definitely got
what
a
you
punt
want for the
again.
receiver to catch the ball. He can't catch it when you knock it down.
4th and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 20.
Yeah, if you're playing on a 25-inch, it's hard to notice.
Number 28 looks like he's ready for the return. He'll take this punt in and start upfield.
Tate, big return.
Well, the offense is back on the field again. Their last drive.
Monty Williams saying he might start a franchise in this game.
On their way to a touchdown.
Yeah, join the
1st and 10.
Madden NFL 2003 still playing it club.
Culpepper gets set. He's looking to pass. With the throw.
Alexander coming through. I mean,
Free of the defender. Found the ball carrier.
I thought this could happen. I thought this was more how the game would go.
So it's 1st and goal.
Todd Light's back. Alexander.
To the left side. He flips it in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that route was all about timing between the quarterback and his
That's
receiver.
one of the things I wanted to do. So this is a game now,
Pass was going to get there.
just like I thought it could be.
Boom. The pass
Couldn't
was right on the money.
keep the offense rolling for Detroit.
Touchdown pass.
But yeah, it's like
Is up.
everything gets lost in the mix because there's years after years of Madden, but
Ticks off the clock, yet still got them into the end zone.
Hey, I guess
everyone's got their favorites or one they've played more than
It
others.
really doesn't matter if it takes a long time or no time at all.
Okay, Hakeem's got this one.
Hakeem is heading upfield.
Oh man, trying to make something out of nothing. Oh, so yeah, I lost a bunch of yards and I injured my best offensive player. So let's go.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 18.
Kind of wanted to do this breakdown too, just because I really like. Oh, that was in his hands. I like playing this Madden, so I knew over time, you know, it's one of my favorites, so I wouldn't get sick of playing it.
Melissa, what have you heard down there?
Backup kicker Oakley, can't wait to see what he can do.
They expect it'll take a series or 2 off, then return to the field.
Thanks, Melissa. That's very good news. He was
He's out of bounds. This is not going well at all. This is really falling apart in the Lions' way. I can't find like out routes that I like. Oh no, I do not like those hooks.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation.
They're about to make a comeback if I can't get the first down.
Looking downfield. He surveys the field. Passing
4th down, I'm going for it. I don't care.
out of bounds.
Mike McMahon, let's go. QB sneak.
4th and inches.
Oh, he got it just barely.
28-yard line. He bulldozes.
Oh, they're challenging the spot. Here we go.
He kept his feet moving, and he was able to push forward enough to get the first.
I don't know. You can't tell from the replay. You might as well skip it.
After reviewing the play, the challenge of the spot will be uphill. No timeout will be charged to the Vikings.
So it's reversed. So he didn't get the first down. All right.
The official had some great replays to look at. They
So
made
now it's up to the Lions defense. And the game's getting real interesting all of a sudden.
2-minute warning coming up. Culpepper hands it
And
off.
Bennett's fast.
Loses one tackler. He's
Then he scores a touchdown, and all of a sudden,
So they get in
yeah,
on
the
the ground.
computer,
That
whenever
is
the
a
computer
big-time
starts
run right there.
challenging,
The Vikings find themselves up
you
by
know,
a
like
small
you're
margin.
screwed. That's one of the bad things about the challenging.
The Vikings use motion.
I did the rare switch to the defender there. I usually don't do that.
Toss it away.
So now we're down by
2-point
3
attempt
all of a
is
sudden.
good.
And I'm making sure Akeem gets this one
Ryan
because I'm
is
trying to
back
run it
and
back.
ready to put this one in the air. He kicks it off. Hakeem will bring this one upfield.
Oh, you blocked that guy.
You know, they only need a field goal, so the defense needs to make sure they don't fall asleep here.
I'm going to try to hit
First and 10.
Akeem on a comeback. See if he gets some space.
McMahon gets set. Dropping
Oh,
back.
Schlesinger was open.
Sack.
Kind of. Man, this has just gone real bad. Like, had some big plays to score. Just can't.
Drops back. Throws it.
Oh, hold on to the ball.
Maybe he heard footsteps. This is where a defense has to make a stand to win the game for their team. If they can hold them for 2 plays, then they should be going home as winners. So it's up to them to decide how this game's going to end.
Nice job
Determined
so
to
far.
not let the
Third down.
Lions lose in Lions fashion, but
And he brings the quarterback down
it's not
behind
looking
the
good.
line for the first time tonight.
That's what you want out of your defense, the ability to get to the quarterback.
Oh, there's no 2-minute warning left. Almost makes me want to cry. Yeah, pretty accurate for 2003 Lions.
They'll go from the shotgun. Dropping back.
Oh, I can't even get the ball off.
Was the intended target on that pass attempt. It's first and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Need a big play here on defense.
Culpepper gets set. Morrow gets the call. Claiborne makes the play. At the 8, he's starting to make his presence felt out there.
They've almost got this game won, but they still need to.
It's all
run
Matt
to make the
Millen's
defense
fault.
Use their timeout.
4-man front this time. On the carry. Rodgers.
All right.
The tackle. At the
No
6.
timeouts left.
Usually, I think we'd see a run. But this coach has made some gutsy calls before, and he could be looking to make another one right here. I'll tell you, this defense better be ready for anything.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. He's looking to pass.
And that's a touchdown. That's going to end the game, most likely.
For the touchdown.
He sure did.
Man, what a
Knew exactly where he was going to be and threw the ball right on target.
Culpepper.
what a colossal. Everything I was saying that could happen came back and happened even worse than I thought it could. I think it was up 21-9 at the beginning of this quarter.
Ryan is back and ready to put this one in.
Well, yeah, just couldn't get anything going with the Lions offense.
Looking for a good return. The Lions take over on offense at the 36.
The big plays were not happening in the second half.
Would put an end to this game right now. 1st and 10.
Second half collapse of the century.
Drops back. He's looking.
The offensive line is also not giving me any time.
Make the catch.
The defense should focus on keeping the receiver from getting to the sideline, because as soon as he catches the ball, that's where he's going to want to go with it.
The Lions line up in the shotgun, looking for an option. McMahon rolls out.
Oh, man.
Bovan gets familiar with the quarterback for the second
One of those
time.
games where you just want to get in the locker room.
Eyeball or two on him from now on.
Thought you had one in the bag, but you just
McMahon under
couldn't
center.
get it. See, look at this.
Passes it out to the left.
There's a guy right in my face like every time I go back to throw.
Fourth and long, they have to make something happen here, or this one is pretty much over. They might just go deep, hoping for a pass interference call.
Eat ice cream all by myself.
Dropping back, looking for a receiver.
I actually don't eat a ton of ice cream.
Knocked away. You have to wonder why he
Horrible fourth quarter. He's saying put in Harrington. A little bit too late for that. I think
They have special teams to play a game of field position.
probably at
The quarterback could just
21-24 is when I should have tried it. That O-line couldn't stop a team of mimes. Oh, man. They let me down. I mean, but I'm trying to think, was I just playing that bad? I mean, I was looking for different plays. Stewart's not that fast as a running back. Tried to run with him a few times. This is the game correcting itself. There's no way my defense should have performed that well in the first three quarters.
This game reaches its
And yeah, the Vikings get the win,
Minnesota 30.
but it was a good game.
Detroit 21.
If I could have just sustained some basic drives offensively in the third or fourth quarter, then I could have won this game. But my scores came from big plays, and I wasn't able to get big plays going in the second half. It's not like I was sustaining long drives earlier in the game. I don't really like the Lions playbook. I would say I was at my best when I was just improvising with McMahon. But like one of those with that throw to Stewart in the middle, that should have probably been a sack. I just saw him the last second. So, yep. Lost to the Vikings. So, I won't be playing the Vikings for a while, especially when I see a secondary that's as bad as the Lions. But overall, it was a good game. Didn't expect the 2 interceptions. But that's going to do it for tonight's stream. We'll be back soon with some more retro sports game streams. It's not your fault. That's just who the Lions are. Yeah, I mean, at some points it didn't. It felt like the programming was just making sure I collapsed. But I'm sure there's things I could have done to seal that one out. But that's just the way it goes. So yeah, we'll be back with some more Madden breakdowns and Tecmo Super Bowl and the PS1. Those are really the two I'm working on right now. And let's see who's up next. The next team breakdown will be the Packers. Green Bay Packers. Don't be mad. I'm not mad. It is what it is. It's a video game, and you know, if you're gonna base it off of how things actually go for a team, that was dead on. The Lions might show some promise some games and look like they're gonna win, and then they'll just totally blow it. So that's what happened in that one. So hopefully things go better with the Packers on the next breakdown. But thank you all for watching and joining in the chat tonight, and we'll see you next time.